Alright, Lando, so wrapping up the new character showcases today, we have a character I'm very excited about. A new, finally, 1000-year Blood War version of MENINA. And yes, that is how you pronounce her name. I know I and many others for the last couple years have been saying MENINAS. It is pronounced MENINA. Now, I gotta say, she looks absolutely amazing in game. Her mod looks great, and it's getting me more excited for the other Bambis to come to the game, because that group in particular, I'm a massive fan of. I like all 5 of them. I want to see all 5 in game, and I'm happy that finally, after many years, we got one of them. At least one of them, right? Now, MENINA as a character, she is a brave battle character, so we're solely gonna focus on her brave battle performance here. No need, no point to take it anywhere else, because realistically, you're not gonna do that. But as a character, MENINA is a Heart Quincy Stammerit with the Captain Kill ability. Good affiliation combination here, given that she is a meta brave battle character. Right now, barely anyone has killer against her, at least anyone important. And since she does have Captain Killer, I would like to say it's future-proofing her. Captains are always meta-relevant in brave battles. Right now, most importantly, 1000-year Blood War Yamamoto. In a way, you can look at her as a hard counter to Yamamoto, right? But why exactly is that? Well, first up, let's look at her damage output. She herself has a 60% built-in low stamina damage boost. She has Flurry +2, and then for the first 10 seconds, only in brave battles, she'll get Flurry +3. That already ensures that she's going to have a very high damage output, especially when at low stamina, and that's important to know because she also does have the persistence skill, so when she is defeated for the first time, she will then become invincible for the next 5 seconds. That will allow her to, one, have the advantage over other characters without persistence, but it will also mean that she can take full advantage of that low stamina damage boost. Under her stamina, she decreases the damage taken by 50%. She can prevent last-ditch survival. She has invincibility and she can ignore it. She has poise, pierce barrier. She essentially has everything you want in a brave battle character. Additionally, what I also do like is that she does have an interesting kit in the sense that all of her attacks can inflict confusion. Now, confusion for the most part has been the worst status dominant in the entire game. It's never found its usefulness, and it just might in brave battles right now. I'm surprised it took him that long to put confusion on a character. And I guess in MENINA's case, it makes sense. She hits you so hard that you kind of get confused. Additionally, her sub-bomb can also apply a debuff at 80% debuff, lowering the enemy's defense by 80%. It's a really powerful sub-bomb. Usually, sub-bombs don't really amount to anything in this game, especially for brave battle characters like this, where you are using chappies. But it basically means that if MENINA does use a sub-bomb, she ensures that she's going to win the fight, because all your enemies are then significantly lowered in stats, more so the defense stat. With that said, though, for today's showcase, we are going to be using this particular team. Of course, we are using the 2 female queens of brave battles, a female-dominated brave battle meta right now. We have Aaroniero, and then we, of course, also have MENINA, and then we chose to use Yuha because he is your team booster. This, in my opinion, is the current best brave battle team, but you can definitely swap in Yamamoto instead of Yuha, but I feel like having the chance to get the extra stats with the boost, in some games, it will give you the natural advantage, so I do prefer using Yuha over Yamamoto right now. Additionally, since MENINA is running all over the place, she's a counter to Yama, I think this team is just better. But do keep in mind, by using these 2 characters, 2 hard characters, your accessories might be spread thin. So I can understand why you might not want to use MENINA and also Yuha in the same team. But the way we are building MENINA today is a golden chappy, and also guitar, all with 30% attack. This is what our stats are looking like, pretty good stats overall. We're using these 3 soul traits, which might not be the best, but we are getting a good mixture of normal attack damage and also DR. It should work for the most part. MENINA herself does have level 10 attack and also focus, and we've given her low stamina damage and also attack as bonus abilities. We're mainly here to look at MENINA, but if you want to know the other build for the other characters, this is what Aaroniero is looking like. Same exact setup here, right? With 3 DR soul traits. In her case, she has low stamina and also attack as bonus abilities. And then Yuha, same exact accessories, 3 DR soul traits. He has level 10 attack and focus with paralysis resistance, which probably isn't that good, I'll be honest. I think Evan, I'm using Evan's account, by the way, set it up for GQ. But like I said, we put Yuha against Yuha. The paralysis resistance might help. I'm not really too fussed about it, though, because it's not a Yuha showcase. And then we also have attack. So with that said, let's jump in some games. Alright then, so match number 1, we have MENINA up against a Yamamoto. Only T15, so it doesn't look too good, but we're going to make quick work of Yama. As you can see there, Yama didn't even kill MENINA there. But even if he did, we would just have the persistence skill on her. I like her end pose, by the way. Her end pose is literally just this scene. It's kind of cool. On to our next game, we have a Yamamoto. I didn't actually look at his stats here, but we did inflict confusion, I believe. Either way, we take him down. It definitely is close, to be fair, because we are still almost getting defeated there, but the persistence skill definitely does help. In this case, we've now just used the soul bomb. I believe Yuha, in this point, his defense has been decreased by 80%, so that should give us the natural advantage, as we can see there. I believe he got taken out with just strong attacks, right? To be honest, I will say, throwing in a Yamamoto on your team wouldn't be a bad idea because there's still plenty of Yuhas running about, and Yamamoto against Yuha pretty much guarantees that you're going to win against that fight. As you can see there, another match going up against Yama. He does get Meninya very, very weak. Like, Yama is still putting in the work, right? Most of the fights, Meninya will win, but the persistence skill definitely is helping here. All right, next up, we have a legend himself, Big Dom 2 game, a max transcended Yama. How's this going to go? We're going to win. That's how it's going to go. We're going to win. Are we going to win the game? Yes, we are. That's crazy. That's crazy. The persistence skill, obviously, as we know, is crazy, but Meninya putting in the work. She really is. She really, really is. Next game, we have a somewhat of a mirror match. I'm not sure how this is going to go. Kenpachi might be a problem for my Yuha, but we'll see how it goes, right? So, the Meninas are both just killing each other here. That could be a problem. It's going to come down to whoever has the persistence skill last, and look at that. I think, got very, very lucky there. That was close. Next match, we're going against a very similar team. I want to see how Orihime does against Meninya, because I think the idea is, yeah, Orihime is going to kill Meninya before she can even get to attacking her. So, who would have thought range characters surprisingly are good? I always thought Meninya being melee would give her the advantage, but it doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like it. It really doesn't. We got the Sobam, I believe, though, so we're going to apply the debuff. There we go. Nice and easy. I always thought the idea of Meninya being a melee character, especially with 2 lunge strong attacks, is that she would get too close to Orihime, that she would waste time flash stepping. But that doesn't seem to be the case, right? The way Orihime vs Meninya is setting up to be is that Orihime is still winning the fights. So I'll take back what I said about Meninya potentially being an Orihime counter. Right now, it looks like she's more of a Yama counter that also just goes really well with Orihime to make a more toxic team, if that kind of makes sense. Orihime right now still looks to potentially be the best breakout character in the game. Next up, we have Mug. A lot of people that we know here today. Let's see how this one does go. So I chose to put my Orihime against their Orihime. I don't think I meant to do that, if I'm being honest, but it's looking good right now. I think their Meninya... Hold on, let's see how this goes. So our Meninya, I believe, has more stamina. Our Orihime took out their Orihime. And I believe Orihime is about to actually get defeated there, but that's fine. She might actually do enough damage to Meninya. Right now, as you can see, the confusion is kind of stopping it in place. And it's something I didn't just realize till now. It's kind of a nasty duo. Meninya being able to inflict confusion, because what we're seeing here is that by inflicting confusion, as you saw, the Meninya wasn't even attacking anyone. She was just attacking the air, basically, punching the air. And Orihime, given that she's a ranged character, can sit back from afar and attack her without even having to worry about taking any damage. So, some nice synergy, unironically, between Orihime and also Meninya. For our next match, let's more so look at our Orihime versus their Meninya and see how this battle does go, right? Because I think the idea is that, yeah, the lunge that Meninya does have is definitely nice and all, but usually, more often than not, Meninya's going down or activating the persistence before she can even get to Orihime. So, if you are using Meninya, I wouldn't advise putting it against Orihime. I would say more so, again, put at the character she wants to go against, that being Yamamoto or any captain. Even you are. Basically, any character but Orihime. Don't put Meninya against. I'm not even sure we're going to win this fight. They have the better team here, but let's put 2-5 Meninya against a max transcended Yama. Let's see how this does go. As you'll see there, Yama made very quick work of Meninya, but the persistence skill does activate. We are actually getting the advantage, but who has the persistence longer? We're about to find out, right? It's ultimately going to come down to the last second, and look at that. We just won. Very surprising win, but maybe it shouldn't be. That's definitely how the Meninya vs Orihime fights want to go down. You want Meninya to take down someone else and then go after Orihime. Not start off Meninya vs Orihime, because it's not going to end well for her. But if Meninya can take down an opponent, then sneak up to Orihime and take her from behind, that kind of sounded weird, then more often than not, Meninya will win those final bit of matchups. On to our next game. What we have here is Meninya versus Yamamoto, and then once more we're testing again our Orihime versus their Meninya. And right now, I mean, Meninya got close, but it doesn't look to be much. Actually, hold on. What's going with our stats? Nah. Okay, she was tanky. She was very, very tanky. That was kind of surprising there. Our Yuha, I don't believe got to use his boost, given that, you know, White just took him out. But we're not worried about White. We're really not. And look at that. There we go. Not exactly sure what happened there, to be fair. But I think we both had debuff stats at that point. She was surprisingly very tanky. But lucky for us, we still managed to beat their team. So we're going up against a very similar team that we are going to see quite often. Again, we're putting our Orihime against their Meninya. And then I'm putting my Meninya against their Yamamoto. So now it becomes a 2v... Actually, hold on. The Orihime from afar might be a problem here. Let's see. Yeah. So unfortunately, we did actually lose there, right? We probably still have to make sure we take care of Orihime. My Yuha up against the Orihime didn't do us any favors, but maybe we can still clutch it out. Hold on. One of them's going to get hit. Oh my god, yes. That was clutch. That was really, really clutch. It was basically whoever gets hit first loses. Unfortunately for us there, Orihime decided to use a strong attack, so we'll take it. I'm not going to complain about that. And I think for our final game here, we are going up against the La G. They have a pretty good team. Their stats are absolutely insane. The hope here is that Menina, I mean, she's going against a Max and a Yama. She does win the fight here. As long as we can quickly take down Orihime, maybe, unfortunately not. We're going to end it there, though. I did want to push my luck here and see how this team would go, but they just had the stat advantage, right? They had more Transcendence. Naturally, they're almost, I believe, max Transcendence. Orihime was the problem there. But if we actually focus on the Menina fight, that was, again, was a 2-5 Menina up against a max Transcendence Yama, a well-built one, too. And we still managed to at least defeat him, albeit Menina did take quite the hit in too. So yeah, overall, had some fun with Menina today. Again, I just really like Menina as a character. Excited to finally have her in game. Again, I don't mind that she's a Brave Battle character considering that I've always expected it, and I'm kind of hoping that we are going to get a new SP Menina, maybe this time in the power attribute. I think visually she also looks great too. Not super visually impressive, but she is a brawler. All she does is punch, all she does is throw rocks, and that's exactly what you get in her visuals. Her Sobum looks great, and I love the voice actor too, how like nonchalant she just actually is when fighting, right? From the games that we tested here today though, it looks like Orihime is still the best Brave Battle character. If you do have an Orihime yourself and you put her against Menina, more likely Orihime is going to win. So Menina is more so a side piece to go with Orihime in a team if you have both of them. And with that, basically put Menina against anyone else and she's pretty much guaranteed to win the fight, right? Especially someone like Yamamoto. So yeah, some cool synergy with Orihime. Again, the debuff Soul Bomb with the confusion, lowering their stats, ensuring that if you do get the Soul Bomb, you win the fight. The confusion stat as something can come somewhat in handy, especially if you have Orihime who can attack that confused enemy from afar. I don't think she's as toxic as many people thought, considering that she does have the persistence skill, I'll be honest. But she kind of just fits nicely into the meta, I guess. I think she's a good character. Definitely looking forward to summoning on the individual banner when it does release, because again, this is not my account. I don't have her. But we will upload a video in a couple days, maybe tomorrow, going against Menina teams without Menina, and we'll see how that does actually go. Either way, happy to have this character in game. Looking forward to seeing the other Bambis also featured in Brave Souls. And also, once more, eagerly looking forward to seeing a potential new Menina, however long that might be, this time using a Volstanic. Menina overall is a great Brave Battle character. Hope to see you guys next time. Take care and peace.